Yeah, this is part two of the video. I just wanted to get back into it because as I'm be missing for the documentary, it's just that the whole time I'm trying to figure out why was everybody um, going by what Betty Davis was saying, if she was just speaking off her behalf of an experience with me. So it's like anybody that I ever met, and as long as she was there, just because she was a college professor, and then on top of that, she was heartless. I mean, like real life heartless person. If you have a pacemaker, your heart not operating. So, but it was operating on the behalf of making the law think or do what she wanted them to do. So she simply was getting away with a lot of stuff based on, having a pacemaker. And the whole time she was simply upset with me because of her son lusting over me. I mean, if if anything, if she really cared about her son, she shouldn't have simply just tried to develop a great relationship with him instead of just, being upset with him because he was a very bad drug addict that her sisters put him on to her sisters and brother. He remember him to put him on to be at 9 years old or whatever the case may be. You simply should have took him with you. If you had him, why didn't you take him with you? I understand you wanted to try to be that being or whatever you think you are, because it's just money. Money doesn't fix the fact that just because you was upset with me for being a victimized towards your older son. Yeah, he's my mother's age, as I'm just recognizing to be. How could you possibly be upset with me because I was the baby and he was into a baby? Like, you shouldn't have been looking more into it by you being an older woman. You shouldn't have looked at it like to try to stave the situation or whatever. But you knew the truth was going to come to light. So your evidence towards me, you using real life. You used to take it out on my kids because you didn't want them to really be there. But that was never their fault or my fault. So why would she be upset with me? I have questioned why. I mean, I was snapping out or being upset, yelling and screaming because I'm being abused. And I'm being abused. And then there was a time where she tried to give me $20 and follow me off a drug addiction that she caused him to have in his life. Like, you can't be mad at something that you deeply did to yourself. So, anyways, she thought it was a joke to her that the corruption was occurring, and she was the cause of it occurring in the first place. Because I have documentation. She simply made my oldest son, Cedric Davis Jr., she pushed him because he wanted to stay with her because she was financially stable at the time because she's choosing her pity education over having a fucked up only son life. Not even to put the curse words in it, but you messed up his life, Betty Davis. So you can't get mad at whatever had came after that. You did that. You shouldn't have fixed that. That was your dirt. So anyways, by having a pacemaker or whatever, she was just getting away with a lot of hideous things, as hideous she is. It was until another time when Shaheed was only 12 years old. I'm sorry, when he was 2 years old, she pulled him from the top of the staircase and dragged him down the step, like in front of my face. Don't you know, I could have, the type of person that I am about mine, I could have stretched her out. But now you see, I have to love my boy. If I let her get away with something like that, now for me to put it into the future, like there's a lot of stuff she did. The only reason why she didn't get stressed out was because she had that pacemaker she was using. So I let that slide. But there's a lot of stuff she was just doing though. So now the truth will come out. Like, so she can't never really smile on my kid's face and say she loves them. The reason why Cedric Jr. got that big dash in his head, I can't wait to pull out the pictures and stuff, and I got the poop, and I got the day that he was rushed to the emergency room right in front of her house. She pushed him. She pushed him, and then she probably still ain't even get that payment fixed. And by me being young, a young mother, probably in my 20s, like 20 or 19, something like that, I remember, and she simply was just like taking advantage of a lot of stuff, you know. People do that, but they truth come and light. That's what they only going to like. Because I'm coming from mine. Like I said, they're mine. And I'm not going to sit up there and let nobody manipulate my lifestyle, you know what I mean? And I'm one of the best mothers. I'm out here taking care of people's kids. Why they neglecting the kids? And what made me real scary and frightened for all these years to believe that none that ever could possibly care about my kids was because I'm watching my sister and perform a little unlawful adoption. For her adoption. And I had to take care of my nephew and stuff, and she was abusing him. Like, come on now, so I can imagine what a whiteies was doing to my back baby. That's why I call this corruption. It's called the nigger boy corruption. Because it happened just around the time when Obama just became president. So that means we had that racism, cloudy behavior and activity going on. All that happened at the same time. So I'm speaking up. I'm coming from mine. Mine's going to know their truth. And they're going to become famous off their truth because this history we live in. This because I'm loud, because I can't hear myself. And then after that, I ran into some powerful people. So now I know when I go into the doctors or whatever, I have my effective communication now. They give me my interpreter. So that way, I won't be loud. I can just talk back with my hands. And then everything goes smoothly. So that was one of the things. Like, you have to live truth in order to receive knowledge of things on how you need to live your life or whatever the case may be. There's more to it than just waking up and breathing. You know what I mean? But Betty Davis, you gonna get yours because, like I said, you did all of this to me and my children, all because you didn't want your kid, your only son, to be lusting off of me at the time. That's what he was doing. If I was the baby, he had to be lusting. And then all that on top of that, there's more dark secret. That's my baby sister have a little attitude of trying to have sex with people that I have sex with or whatever because he raped her. He molested her, and I was deaf and I couldn't hear. And you know, by people being grown and fresh, they do sneak and stuff. But he raped her when she was in my cousin from DHS. I remember when I went to the court hearing that Betty Davis snuck behind my back and let Michelle Mitchell use her address or something about when Michelle Mitchell hit my first son, all because of some opinions. Like, come on now, to see that big, like she basically evidently because he wanted to be with a baby. Like, y'all put me into that little chaos y'all had it, y'all. And that was fraud. So now I'm speaking up the truth. And everybody gonna recognize the truth from the lies. I never stopped loving my boys. And I never will. And I will continue to fight and don't give up hope. I will not give up hope because I love them unconditionally. And their brothers miss them and he wants them, because I told him about y'all, because it's all corruption. And then by me being a little young mother, I was young, just leaving my teen years, and I had no support. I had no help. And I was surprised why, because I always was there to help. And right after my boys was taken, in order to keep myself strong and going, I still was helping. And I have proof and documentation that I was. So y'all entitled me or something that y'all wanted to entitle me to, because it was about the clout. And Cedric and Shahi and Quadir was going to grow to acknowledge that I'm not going to give up. I'm coming. I have to clear my name from the assassination towards my character anyway. So among us all that, the truth may prevail to everyone who thought that they was going to get away with the lies. And this mainly pointing out our mother, Betty Davis. You're going to get yours, because I remember I was letting my left hand know what my right hand was doing. That's the only reason why you decided to grab Cedric to try to brainwash him against me. But the time's still here. You thought I was going to be bugged out and shrugged out as if your son did. No, boo-boo. I'm sturdy, strong, brave, courageous, those things that ain't even in your category. Because if you was that much of a smart person, you would have never had wind up getting a pacemaker, because you would have read about taking care of your health, taking care of yourself. Yeah, you see why they don't like me, because I speak the truth and I speak the facts, and I'm going to keep on speaking until I can't speak no more. All because I was given a beautiful voice, a beautiful soul. I have great, great testimonies out here that I ain't nothing wrong with me. Only thing that's different from me is not being able to hear, okay? I've been honored, okay? So it's you, mad because of your little chaos situation we was going through with your son being an addict and he wasn't in his right state of mind and all that. It ain't had nothing to do with me. You made it about me. And now I'm here to prevail the truth. Nothing but the truth, the whole truth. And I got the documentation to back myself up with it. Yup, black and white dating years ago. Yup. People that really know me know how I play. I don't come for you unless I have proof. And that's all that's been laying around. Nothing but the truth of my proofs. So I can't wait to get the documentation and stuff together so I can do the raw. This is just the raw version of the documentary in the books and stuff. Like I got a draft, rough drafts and all that written up. That's just the raw, uncut version. But the edits and stuff coming. Yeah, I gotta continue to hold on to be strong. And guess what? I've been doing this alone. And I have just enough support now. Along with my other 2 babies that I have. I'm blessed to be able to have another human being around that's able to hear things. And, not go against me or use my hearing against me or something like everybody did. They were just simply just other than like I would come into a room and intimidate a person just because I'm being me. Speak in my mind. And when you will, only thing attracts you is realness. Because you're real. So, anybody that had anything bad about me, ask them about the good. Because I don't sure remember it was good in every little thing of me. I come good. I make sure I come right so when the world ones know, they know. Because they recognize. So I ain't worried about none of that slander. Because I got real testimonies that can back me up that I'm a very beautiful person. Very. It's just that the ones that try to F me over and trying to get over, like basically that's what people simply do. That's why I make it so history. People try to use people bullying, all because they envious of them or jealous of them or whatever the case may be. So they try to use it against you. And that's just simply what happened to me. I became a victim because I intimidate people with my beautiful soul. Isn't that awful? But as long as I know that as I continue to go farther, I have great testimonies against my name because, like I said, I didn't come into this vendetta. I was a baby. I was picked out. The only thing I remember doing was trying to survive because the city in Philadelphia turned me down of being in a foster care system or whatever because of something that I ain't had no control over. It's like the whole order was just vendetta, and it must end. And it's going to end today. It's going to be all up to me to end it, though. That's why I'm going to continue to be being strong, brave, and courageous. Continue to use these gifts that I have. And I'm thankful to be among us, chief in them, because I learned the best from them. When I say the best, it's the best of the best is. I'm very blessed. So I'm going to take these projects and get them in motion, and then we're going to take it from there. But as long as I know I trademark the truth to my sons, that I never forgot them. And I never gave them up. They was taken away from me unlawfully. They had to create a way to say that I was unfit, because they simply couldn't just take them like, oh, she can't really hear them. So they had to create something. And then Linda Loophole must have made that little lie up because my son's tooth wasn't in his mouth. Yeah, and she saw it because I got a whole little recording that said the older one, my older son surgery, he pronounced it at 6 years old. We was at a visit, I remember. And I was just recording them. And that's when all of a sudden I asked him, I said, what happened to your teeth? And then surgery just came up out of the middle of nowhere on a video. Everyone gonna hear soon when we get to that point. He was like, Mom, I pushed him, mother. So basically, he developed those mental health issues because Betty Davis pushed him and made a hole in his head. Then right after that, all the changes have happened after that. And then the city had to cover up because they didn't look into it right away to save him after he had to burn him one time. The second time was powerful. So it was like the city was ignoring a boy of help. The city was ignoring a boy of help. And then I remember I went to the appointment for the psychiatrist, and Betty Davis was like, don't let him stay here at the hospital. But I was supposed they got him help. But it didn't even matter anyway because they were taking after that to anybody. So they just simply just ignored what they ignored and created a story, and boom. That's their story, and this is my story, the truth. Let's put it that way. They created a story. That's a story because y'all don't have any proof to back y'all lies up. Y'all just came alive and the system fall for traps at the moment until a sensible person like I come back, boom, slap in the face like it was gonna make it crazy. The next documentary, part 3. After this, I'm gonna pull out all the papers. I'm gonna zoom in the names, the dates, and you guys are gonna be like, wow. Yeah, it's just too much right now. I don't want to go through that, reading all those lies and stuff again. But I have it all in this big thing. I made it unique to pull out. Boom. This is going to be one epic, amazing story because I know deep down in my heart that my boys are being brainwashed with the different opposites. And as long as I leave the documents of the truth, they're going to realize that I never gave up. Even though I had to focus and start finding peace in the situation, to forgive not only for the people, but for me, health terms. Because scientifically, if you bear so much weight on yourself, you get sick. And As long as I know that I don't want to be sick, I want to remain strong for my grandchildren. Because I want to be the best grandmother in the whole world, so my children don't have no best grandmothers yet. So I'm going to be the first best grandmother of the generation.